Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. Happy Mass Monday. So today I have pulled out a bunch of scraps and I am going to be making some really super simple pockets for my journals, and thought that you guys might like these. These are inspired by Miss Tina. This is an old Inspire from her, and yeah, these are really easy. So if you've got scraps, let's have some fun. Pull out your scissors, your glue, your bone folder if you have it. If not, then bring out your scissors handles, and we're gonna go through and cut down some paper, and I'm gonna do this in pieces. So I'm gonna use, and you can make different size pockets. It doesn't really, there's no rules here. So I like this paper that's on the back here. And so all you're going to do is you're going to cut a background piece, okay, that you're going to use as your backdrop. And then it's going to be kind of like a rectangular size, or, you know, shape. Okay, and then we're going to be cutting a piece that will, I'm looking to see if these might work for a fold over. Yeah, actually. Let's see. Look here. So I'm going to use this piece as my top piece, and I'm going to use this piece to go on the front as a pocket. Okay, so we don't need it to be that big. So what I'm going to do is size this out here. Okay, so all you need is about a 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit more, about, let's say about 3/4 of an inch on all three sides. It'll be easier to fold. I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to make one first, and then I'll go through and kind of pick papers that I want to use for it. Okay, so I'm going to sit those to the side. Okay, and so then all you're going to do for this part is you're going to fold this over. Okay. And then you're going to unfold and fold the bottom. And now you're going to miter the corners. Like I said, super easy little pockets, fun, cute for the junk journal, easy for you to make. They're nice to decorate. And you're going to have just a good old-fashioned pocket. I went all the way back into Tina's videos to remind myself of some stuff she's made, and I've been using a lot of Inspires lately, so, which for me is fun, you know, because I think that we forget about stuff, you know, if we haven't seen it made in a while, or or we haven't made it in a while. So there you go. So that is a really cute little pocket, nice and roomy. Just gonna trim the top a little bit more. But like I said, you can make these wider or narrower. It's totally up to you how big you want them. You can do little ones and do like small tags inside the pocket, so like you can make it skinny and short, which would be really cute as well. And so let's see here. I'm gonna make this one, I'll do this one a little bit wider. This I can use for something else later. Let me look here real quick through my stack. I've got so many papers here. Oh, this would look kind of cool with it. That's nice. I'm just going to trim. All right. Okay. So as you can see, super easy pockets. I like easy and effective, or like easy and versatile, you know, stuff that I'm thinking. Let me try something real quick. This might save me a step. Let's just see. Oops, I went too high. Yeah, maybe not, because then I've got that tip. Never mind. Don't do that. Go across. It's better. There we go. I had to try. I'm being lazy today. Anyway, what I was going to say is I just love some of Tina's old stuff, you know, that are just easy, but end up making something so cute and that looks like it, you know, it would be vintage or antique, old-fashioned, because of the simplicity of it. Doesn't have to be complicated all the time. You know what I mean? Things that were made back in the day, they weren't complicated as much. I mean, unless it was some really adept, you know, needlework or something. But I mean, in general, you know, things were simple and sweet and nice. And you can also, if you want to grab a corner rounder and round off the tops of your pocket, and then you've got a nice roomy pocket again. And because you're gluing it the way you are, it does have some room to it, which makes it nice as well. Now I think I'm going to make a smaller one for fun. Let's look here and see what I've got. Just to put a little tag in, I think I'm going to go ahead and make a small pocket. Okay. And this is nice paper. And because it's a smaller pocket, I don't think it needs to be super doesn't need to be like really strong, you know, really reinforced with thick paper, because it's just going to have like a tiny tag in it. So I'm going to use more of a thinner paper this time. I thought these two looked like they might look nice together. We'll see. We'll see. So let's chat. What all's going on? So we had a nice week, a relatively good week, I think. We did have, I told you guys, I think I told you already in the devotion about, if you listen to the devotion, Courtney did have a bit of a scare yesterday. He lost the key fob to our Prius, and it's the only one we have. And so he texted me, I lost the Prius key. And I was like, oh no. So I had to go on a, you know, search online to figure out how much it's going to cost and try to work with like AAA or, you know, and a locksmith and all this stuff. And it was going to end up costing in the hundreds because, you know, they're expensive. And so I had it all worked out, and then he texted me, and, you know, we had prayed and prayed and prayed, both of us. And he texted me, never mind, hun, or never mind, babe. And it turned out that somebody in the housing development where he was cleaning the playground and servicing everything. He had dropped it there. They had found it, and an honest person had went over to the HOA drop box. Here we go, little tiny pocket. So cute. I have like small tags I can use that in. And someone had returned it. Oh my gosh, you guys. We were praying. Seriously. It was scary. You know, because, I mean, that's an expensive replacement. So, yeah, we were very, very grateful to the Lord for doing what he did for us. I'm looking at this. I want to make sure the butterfly's in there, so I'm going to trim off. Instead of trimming off the bottom, I'm going to trim off the top. So that the pocket I do can be, you know, have some of that butterfly showing. Let's see now, what paper do I have here that would look good going around the base of that? I want something stronger on this one. I thought I had another, oh wait, I do. Here it is. I had brought this along. It goes with that DigiKit, so this should make a good pocket here. If I can. Yeah. Yeah, so that was a bit of a scare, but it was so cool because the day before, Courtney had found someone's wallet, and out in front on the sidewalk by where he parked. And he picked it up, and you know, he was like, oh dear. And so he had to look through it to figure out who it belonged to, and he found a business card with phone number. And so he called the phone number of it was this, I guess it was the same person that was on the ID. And he called the phone number, and the man answered, and he was like, oh my goodness, I've been looking everywhere for my wallet. Thank you so much. And Courtney sent him a picture of where he was, and the man said, that's my house, and that is my truck. Can you please leave it up by the door? And so he did, and the man was so grateful, you know. And it was just so cool because you get to see that, you know, God will not be mocked. A man will reap what he sows, you know. We do. And I had someone tell me karma, and I was like, yeah, that's true. You know, I believe in reaping and sowing. Some people call it karma. I call it reaping and sowing. It's the same thing. I used to say every dog has her day when I was younger. I always said that, you know, and we do get back what we give. And I was so grateful, you know, Courtney was honest and returned that man's wallet. And the very next day, talk about like God's timing. It's like, wow, you know, just to see it in action that fast. Not even knowing that we were going to go through that. But yeah, it was pretty scary, a few hours there where we were freaking out a little bit. Yeah. And the way he found out that they'd found it was this HOA that he lost it at just happened, which he was telling me they don't all have offices, of course, you know, because some of the HOAs are run out of like the president's home office, you know. But this one happened to have an office on site of the housing development. And they had a drop box where people could, you know, drop stuff in. And the lady told him, we never have somebody drop off a key. And when he called, and she's like, yeah, actually, we did have someone drop off a key today. So yeah, it was really cool. God is good. God is good. So I was looking at this, and oh man, I think I have another piece of it somewhere here. Let me see. I thought I did. Maybe not. You know what? This one's cute, and I could draw. Let's see if we could take part of it as the backing, and I think that this strip would fit as a pocket, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's not tall enough. Let me see. I don't think it's wide enough, actually. The pocket will be kind of short. Of course, if I just bring this down a little bit, it'll look more like that. Yeah, so that was, let's see, that was our excitement for the week. Oh, and I know I had mentioned to you guys about maybe joining with the praise and worship in the Spanish part of our church, but I changed my mind about doing more ministry. I'm already working with the food drive, the children, and the homeless. And Cordy and I talked about it, and I think I've bitten off enough right now. Yeah, I was telling him I don't know if, to be honest, if I feel good enough to do more. You know what I mean? I've actually was going to talk to you guys about that. 'Cause that gives me something to talk about and also keep you updated. I am going to go to the doctor. I have a doctor's appointment for next week at my cardiologist. I don't know if you noticed that. I cut before I ever folded it. I went ahead and trimmed those corners. I think that made it a little quicker for me. I don't know if it will for you, but just a heads up. I was pointing that out. But anyway, I have a doctor's appointment. I had it for October 31st, but I changed it because I have been having a lot of palpitations. I mean, like a lot. Like I'm having them right now. I have them almost all the time. They're pretty mild right now. There's times when I have them so bad I have to lay down because I just feel really sick from it, because when your heart is not beating correctly, it starts to ache almost, and it also makes you feel dizzy. And you know, that one's cute. Look at that. I like that. It's a little crooked. I cut it a little bit crooked. Oh, I wonder if I can fix that. Oh, Tara, honey. Let's see. You know what we could do is put some lace along there. That would probably look really cute and kind of cover up my little faux pas. But anyway, so I have an appointment for that, and I don't know if I've ever talked to you guys about, like, I have for years had hair loss really bad, and I had always blamed it on dyeing my hair and all that kind of stuff. But I was actually feeling, okay, gosh, there's so many things to say about this that I'm kind of, I'm not hesitating. The reason I'm hesitating and hem-hawing is because I'm trying to figure out where to start. Okay, back in 2014, I was in our living room with Alex, my late husband, okay? And we were talking, and I was, for whatever reason, I touched my neck. And when I did that, I felt a lump next to my collarbone, okay? And it was a big lump, and I was like, whoa, what's that? And I told him, do you feel that? I said, have you ever noticed that on me? And he's like, no, you know. So, to be honest, I'm just one of those people. I'm horrible. I know it's not right. You guys don't have to bawl me out. I already know. I'm terrible about going to doctors, okay? I spent most of my childhood in a hospital with my dad. I've told you about my story with my daddy. This will be cute with the lines on the front, won't it? Do you think it'll be cute? I mean, it's the same paper. I mean, it's matching colors and stuff. And maybe I should do it like that. What do you think? Should the flowers be the pocket and the... What do you think? I'm not sure. Even though these go together, I don't think they really go together all that well. That's my problem. I'm going to put the flowers as the backdrop and this as the pocket. So anyway, I hate going to doctors. That's my point. All right. Anyway. And so Alex, I showed him, and it was like this lump. And now I realize it's a goiter, okay, from my thyroid. And the thing is, I had my thyroid checked probably in the early 2000s. I honestly don't remember. And they were like, oh, no, you're fine. But it was at the time that I had noticed my hair loss and other, you know, little things. And back then, I didn't use the internet as much to look stuff up. But now I've been reading up on it, you guys. And I have been dealing with symptoms that are very, you know, similar to somebody with Hashimoto's or a thyroid issue, like a lot. And so even down to my heart, I didn't know this, and I don't know if you know this, but your thyroid, if your thyroid gland is not producing correctly, you can actually have issues with your heart as well. not just other areas of your body. And you can have issues with your hair loss, weight gain, weight loss, just sleeplessness, insomnia, bone aching, which I was told back in 2008 that I had fibromyalgia because they couldn't identify at the neurologist what it was. So they put me on all that medication. And now I'm wondering if it wasn't my thyroid, because that is also a symptom. Swelling in the extremities, which I always have swelling in my feet and in my hands, my arms, legs. I've blamed it on edema for years. So my mother had it as well, and my mom and grandma both had some other symptoms that were similar to what I'm seeing, a thyroid issue. So it's possible, because thyroid, I'd always known, because I'd been told this before by doctors, that the thyroid, it's kind of hard to identify the problem when you have a bad thyroid. And they really have to do testing and all this stuff to figure it out. Well, I'm getting my thyroid checked. So I have another appointment in October to go to, what I'm hoping is that if I go to my cardiologist, that maybe he will give me a referral to a thyroidologist or an endocrinologist. They call them thyroidologists now, those of the endocrinologists that have gone in and deeper studied the thyroid. I found that out by studying this all out. But so be praying for me that we identify what's going on, because there's a whole laundry list of symptoms I've been experiencing for years that seemed unrelated, but that even psoriasis on my scalp and on my skin, like dry places on my skin, and then very dry skin. I have super dry skin. And these are all symptoms of a bad thyroid, and constipation or diarrhea. It's just bad stomach issues and stuff like that. It's just crazy how much the thyroid can impact your whole body. And they all seem so unrelated that I was like, wow, I'm just falling apart, And so now I'm going, I wonder if I'm not falling apart and it's my thyroid. So yeah. So please be praying for me. I am going to go to my doctor, and I'm hoping on Tuesday when I go see him, which will be tomorrow for you guys, I'm hoping that when I go see him, he will say, yeah, let's definitely get you checked and send me to an endocrinologist. And if he can't do it, then I'm going to go. I have an appointment set with a general practitioner. I've never seen him yet, first time going there. And I'm going to see if my other doctor, my cardiologist, can't do it. I'm going to see if this doctor can or will send me to get my thyroid checked, you guys, because I don't know. You never want something to be wrong, but you also don't want to continue to suffer when you do have ailments and you know they're there. I'm not wishing that it's my thyroid, but in a way I am, because that would answer so many questions. Even down to having this thing in my neck. You can't see it. Thank God. A lot of people get them and they're huge and you can see them. Mine is relatively normal size, and you cannot see it, but you can feel it. I think if I were thinner, you'd be able to see it. Like it would swell. You could see the swelling because it's right on the right part of my collarbone, right at the V, like in the front, in the very front. And when you touch it, it's definitely there. You can tell. So, and if I turn my head certain ways, you can really feel it. So yeah, but it's been there. Like, I know it was there before I discovered it, and I discovered it in 2014. So it's been there 9 years plus. And it's not ever bothered me. It doesn't ever hurt. So I just didn't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Not liking to go to doctors and not wanting to deal with all that. I just was like, it's okay. Obviously it's benign. And most of them are. Obviously it is, because I would have had some kind of ailment by now, 9 years into it. So, or I don't know. I've had symptoms of my thyroid being bad for a long time. So I've carried these symptoms, and I was told during when I started having psoriasis, that it was my autoimmune, and it turns out that Hashimoto's is an autoimmune issue, and yeah, so it could definitely be that. My son had his parathyroid removed when he was 18, because he had issues with his thyroid. So obviously, I think it runs in my family, and I don't think anybody knew it because no doctors identified it. It doesn't mean it wasn't there. And if you don't know something, like my late husband, diabetes ran on both sides of his family, but nobody ever told him. So he had no idea. And when he came down with it, he was completely shocked, because it was not something that anybody had ever said. And so if somebody, if nobody's told us in our family that we have something, then how are we going to know, right? So yeah, anyway, but see how easy these are? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. And it's a great way to use up your scraps, right? Okay, so we have this piece, which is really upside down, which is cute. And then I have this. It's from the same scrapbook, different page, but I could use these together. That would look cute. Let's go for it. So yeah, so that is something I could really, really use prayer for. Thank you so much. I love knowing that I have my prayer warriors out there with me, and that we can rely on each other, It's such a blessing to all be together and know each other is there to pray for one another. Seriously, if you guys ever need prayer from each other, I really encourage us. I just thought about this, and we've never really talked about it, but we have our community tab on the channel. I've been posting a lot of political stuff on there because I want you guys to be aware of stuff that's going on, but and not just political, but just things going on in our world around us. But also, you guys could post your prayer requests in the community chat on our channel here. If you're not on Facebook and not a part of our Facebook group, you of course can always send me personal messages to my email or to my to Facebook on Messenger, like most of you do. But I was just thinking about it, and you could put out a prayer request, and that way people would know to be lifting each other up, So use that community tab, because it's there for you guys to post as well. Okay. Let's see here. I don't think any of you have ever posted anything in there, have you? I can't recall. And also, I wanted to say thank you, and I wanted to send out a special thank you to Gina. She has been so. There's been more of you than just Gina, but Gina has been especially generous in her super thanks to me here on the channel, and I just wanted to say thank you, Gina. You made me cry because your generosity has been. It's been a big blessing to me and Courtney, because of everything that's going on, and I appreciate so much that you honor me as a friend and support my channel and support what we're doing here, and I'm very grateful to you for that, honey, and I wanted to say a special thanks to you for it, and thank you to all of you who've supported. I just mentioned Gina because she just regularly does that for me, and it always surprises me and blesses me. And I wanted to say a special thank you. And also thank you, Vanessa. You've also given generously to supporting me, and I'm so grateful for you as well. Thanks, you guys. It means a lot, because this is what I do. And it takes time and effort every day. And, not feeling well lately, it's stood out even more when you guys reach out and help me like that, because it's been more of a challenge to do the videos than it was. for me. I even talked to you guys, I was going to talk to you guys about it. I mentioned it I think I mentioned it in Thursday's video. And then I said I'll probably have already talked to you about it. You know how I do that. I make them out of order, and then I double up and say things twice. Sorry about that. But I may be taking not a break from the channel, but taking a little more of a break from doing the crafting videos every day. I'm still going to continue to do our devotion Bible studies every day. That will not change as long as I'm healthy enough to do them. But I'm thinking, depending on what happens at the doctor, because I know something's going on, whether it's thyroid or not. I can feel it. I'm not myself. And I'm sure you guys that know me really well probably hear it in my voice. Certain days I just don't sound like me, and that's because I don't feel good. And so I'm just not as focused and not able to, I don't feel as strong physically. And so yeah, depending on what happens at the doctor, I mean, if they give me, if they diagnose it and they give me medication and I start feeling better, praise the Lord, then scratch what I said. I may go back to 7 days a week, but it just depends on, I almost did that backwards. I don't know how I managed that, but I did. But yeah, I just want you to know that I might be shifting down gearing a little bit and doing that's crooked, shoot, instead of, oh, I did that crooked. Anyway, I gotta hold those in so I don't do that crooked again. There. I may go down to 3 days a week instead of 5, and I've already decided if I do end up doing that, because we have a little trouble identifying what's going on, I will probably be, I will be doing videos. It'll be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays that I will release crafting videos. This isn't it's not a for sure. Did I just do that upside down? Guys, Mama T is backwards as all get out today. You can't really tell, and I'm going to decorate, but still, that's annoying. Anyway, but yeah, so if it does happen that I end up doing it, I will let you all know. I won't just do it and not say anything. So, but yeah, I just have not been myself. I'm trying. I'm trying, guys. I want to feel strong and with it, and all that good stuff. This looks kind of cute together, those colors. Yeah. There's just times when you don't, like I said, even right now as I'm recording, I'm having the palpitations. They're not super hitting me hard, but I can feel them, and it just makes me feel weak. When your heart, I don't know if any of you have suffered from, like fluttering heartbeat or, palpitations or any type of arrhythmia, but if you have, you know what I'm saying. It makes you feel weird in your heart, and it's a little scary, I'll be honest. But praise God. I mean, I think I told you guys in the devotion the other day, I will be here unless, if something happened to me, you'd know it, because I would just suddenly disappear. And because that's not like me. Y'all know that. So if something happens, you'll know. Because I know Courtney would never know to get on here and say a word to anybody unless I am told him beforehand, if something ever happens to me, make sure you tell the girls. But I don't think you'd need him to, because if I disappear without saying goodbye, there's a reason. Okay? I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just being... I like you knowing that, simply because I would never want you, any of you, I love you guys so much. I would never want any of you to worry and be like, what happened? Where'd she go? Did she just ditch us? Just gone. I would never want you to feel that way. And so that's why I'm talking about this, and I'm done talking about it. changing the subject. I like these. They're so easy. I love easy, and I love when something is, these are the kind of pockets that are just good old school pockets to me. I think it's because these were some of the first things I learned how to make, and and I'm like, yeah, these look good on a page. They're roomy, and they're cute, and you can decorate them, and then you can put even more than one on a page depending on, the size you're using. I do think I'll make a couple of little ones again because I like little things, and I like really big as well. But I love little tags, like tiny tags. I think they're so cute and so much fun because I love to put multiple things on a page. So when I put like multiple small pockets, yeah, that looks cool. I like that one. That looks good. So let's make a couple of more little guys. Let's see here. I was trying to find something to go with this. I absolutely love all these Tim Holtz background papers. You know what I was thinking? Because this is small, I could probably use, these aren't scraps, but they're like pieces, out of the scrapbook paper that are cut up, but they're small. Like I could use little ones to go. See what I mean? Let's see. What do we have here? Well, that would look good together. I'm just thinking of small stuff. That would look good together. That would look good together. He would look cool with like some, these are the cigar. I trim this down on the edges, like so. And I'm doing that gentleman, can't talk. I'm doing that gentleman kits with Nanine and Tanya in October. So these would be kind of cute for that journal. Well, if I make a journal. I'm not sure yet what I'm making, but whatever I do make, you know me, I'll probably make a journal. It's just easier to have a project I'm working on with when I'm doing something like that. Keeps me focused. Okay. I think I've already thought about it, and I'm probably gonna do what do you call it? I've narrowed it down to either a soft cover journal or a food box cover, like I did the other day with the kittens. Yeah, so not sure yet which, but I may, when I go in, I may go to Hobby Lobby when I go on our little mini vacay and see if I can find some fabric at Hobby Lobby that I like for that cover. That would be fun. If I do that, I'll wait because we're not going till October 13th and 14th, so that's a little ways down the road, isn't it? It's only today when I'm recording this, it's only, let's see, what's the date today? It's Friday the 15th, so yeah. Aw, that's cute. Little mini pocket. I like it. So we'll do a little refining on this by trimming these corners just a little bit. But I like that background. That's adorable. Okay. What time is it? Let's see. Oh, let's decorate. Wait, I do want to do one with this. But I got to find the right paper. These would have been cute, but you know me. I'm going to jump ship on those. Put them back. Let's see. What can I use that would go good Well, I have, let's see, I have the pieces over here in the back. Yeah, I'm not cray-cray about that. What I started to say is I have more of Tim's papers over here that I could possibly use. Just gotta check if any of them feel, oh, that one looks nice. It would match. This one would match. And I kind of like that. It's funky, but the colors jive. Yep, I think I'm gonna use that one. Pretty sure. It's not. Alright. Sorry, that was loud. I apologize. Alright, so I'm gonna do this one. Actually, I'm gonna use this as my line to cut on here. I was gonna say that this might make a really cute one with this too. I don't know, let's see. It matches. I'm gonna be cutting into these people. I'll never use this on anything, no. I know me. It's best if I use it like this. Okay, how high do I want it? Okay, so about there. About there. Yep. About perfect. Right there. Say right there. It's my grandma's hillbilly accent. No, she didn't have one. She called it hillbilly though. That's why I called it that. All right. And by the way, nobody's to be offended by that because my family, big portion of my family lives in Arkansas. And I love them, and they talk like that. I always tease my brother. He's a redneck. Big, tall, big, steak-eating, flag-toting, gun-carrying, handsome American. he's all American. And we always tease him that he's a redneck. He's like, that's right. I am. I'm a redneck. Proud of it. He's so funny. He's a sweetheart. His name is Richard. I call him Rich. Okay. Oh, I think I went over on this one a little bit too far. Oh, I think I can salvage that. Oh, yeah, it'll be okay. This is cute too, that ticket in the background. I like that. I have that tape of his too that has the tickets on it. Does anybody have that tape? I have not really used it much, and it's just adorable, and I don't know why I haven't used it more. I think it's because my journals are always so, like, out of the era that's older than that I don't end up using some of the stuff I have, depending on... Oh, see, I like that. That looks cool. And the colors just match really good. So how many did I get? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12. 12. See how quick and easy these are? I hope you all decided to join me and you made some because these were simple. Easy peasy. Now we get to decorate. Let's decorate something. Okay. Let's see. Which one do we want to do? I'll do a bigger one so we can actually, Which one? Which one? I haven't done that voice in a long time. I think I'm going to do this one. This one. All right. I'm going to put some lace. I want some lace on here. Let me look in my little drawer. Oh, good. I have my lace over there. I wasn't sure if I had it or not. Let me see. I have this thing full of one would look cool. Look at it. It's darker. And I don't have a ton of it left, so that's good. Yep, I'm going to use that. So we're going to put this, you know what? I'm just diving in and gluing stuff on. You know how I do. I've got to calm down. Just calm down, Tara. I get ahead of myself. Yes, I think I'm going to use a stamp. Do you know why? Because they just thrill me. That's why. And they also just blend into everything so pretty and make everything look so nice. I was looking for a little bit shorter one. That one's short. Oh, this one's pretty. Let's see. Let me grab my... There's not really anything here to worry about covering, and I'm just darkening these edges a little bit. You can even cut these edges off if you want, and you know, make it just, because these really do blend. In fact, I think I'll do that on this one. I'm just going to trim the edges off. Show you what I mean. They just kind of blend into the background, and when it's the right color scheme, especially like this, to where it's darker, you can get a pretty cool look. And I think as long as I put her, and then I'm going to have this hang down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I can't believe I threw that in the trash. I usually keep those. I don't know what I was thinking. Is that pretty even? Relatively even there. See, because they're vellum stamps, they just kind of blend into the surface that you push them onto and look nice. Okay, and then let me look. I have my little drawer with little French sayings here and stuff. I don't know that I'm going to use this on here, but I'm giving it a chance. So I finally am using a different sponge dauber to kind of, instead of using, I was using one, I can't talk, I was using one for both walnut stain and vintage photo, and they are totally different, and so it was kind of impacting the color of my browns, you know. So I finally switched to it, and then I grabbed this one and used it. Ay, Tara! Ay, Dios mío. There's that, and I was thinking these might look kind of cute with just some little backgrounds. I'm not sure which ones. I have all these different, just little things, you know, that can look cool. I have a bunch of them that have like written in French. If you never try, you will never know. That's true. You never know. I used to always say that. I'm trying to think, was there anything else that I wanted to tell you? I'm pretty sure there is. Let's see, I told you about the doctor. I told you about the possibility of bringing down the amount of videos. I told you about our key fob, which was like the major event of the week. I told you about, what else? Let's see. Keep Maria in your prayers. She is making the decision of whether she's going to accept the offer of this aunt, or if she is going to fight in court and possibly lose. The deal is, if you let me adopt him, I will give you reports quarterly on his, how he's doing, and da 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 da. If you don't, and you fight me in court and you lose, you never see him again. That's basically what she told my daughter. I think that's a very cold thing to do to someone. And, I was praying about it this morning, you guys, and please be praying with me, because I was talking to the Lord about the fact that this woman is basing all of her, and I understand, she's basing all of her choice about my grandson based off of a one-sided situation with her nephew, of hearing his side and his take and her sister's take, without knowing the full story, and making a decision to separate a mother and a son. That it's a very long story about what all we went through with the court, but we should not have lost Enoch. And to have him, have this person threatening to strip him out of our lives forever is extremely, it's wrong. It's very wrong. It's very wrong. And so I get, my son, he's like, Mom, you got to put yourself in her shoes. She only knows your side, she only knows one side of the story. And I said, I know, and that's the point. So I'm just praying that, we can talk to the judge, send the judge letters explaining, more of the situation to the judge than I think he's going to get from my daughter's attorney, because he's not the best attorney. I'm just going to put it like that. He's doing this pro bono, and I think they actually hired him, or I think they actually asked him to do it. He's friends with the other side's attorney, and I think, it was basically, this woman needs an attorney. My client is, wanting to sever her rights as a mother. Can you, defend her for me, because I need somebody, because they've already stated that they were friends. So we know that, and I'm pretty sure that's how he ended up in this, and he doesn't show much sign of wanting to be there. So I'm wanting to help my daughter. And it's hard because we can't afford an attorney. I'm sure a lot of you know what I mean. Yeah. So anyway, be praying for my daughter to, make the right decision about what she's going to do. That would be a very big blessing to know that you're all praying with us. So there's that. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to catch you guys up on. I was looking in here because I have these really fun things that Tina had given us that are like kind of Paris themed and butterflies, and I was thinking that one of these might look kind of cool. See, this one says Paris right here. This just seemed very Parisian to me. I don't know if I'm right and if it isn't, or it is, or if I'm wrong and it isn't, but it kind of seemed. I'm going to tear this one down. Okay. Oh, praise God. He's so faithful, you guys. Just so many times I've been crying a lot in our devotion videos, because I'm just, honestly, I'm very overwhelmed at his goodness, and at how he has, we're going to build something here, at how he has been there so faithfully in so many situations. And yeah, the Lord is so good to us. Oh, I know something I can tell you. So the owner of the house contacted me finally yesterday. We're having someone come over. We're having a showing on Saturday at 4. So I guess that's like get the house ready, you know, kind of thing. And I have to be honest, there's a part of me that's a little bit rebellious about this whole thing. I know. I'm trying not to be. Pray for me. Because I just really feel like my whole life has been upended in the past few months by this person. And not my whole life, but a lot of my life has been upended by this person. And I'm like, okay. So I asked him, so are you going to ever, I didn't say it like that, but I said, are you going to get somebody out to fix the sewer? And I explained to him, you know, this is impacting my belongings, and that's not good. And so he's like, oh yeah, I haven't been able to get anybody who wants to come out to Coolidge. Okay, I'll be honest. He said he wants to get somebody who's local, and I got to tell you, we've had plumbers out here before, and we've never had an issue of getting someone out here. So I kind of find that hard to believe. So did Courtney, because yeah, it's pretty hard to believe. So I think he is putting me on, you know. But I think what he wants is to wait till somebody buys the house and he doesn't have to fix it, you know, and pay for it. But it's, you know, Courtney said when they come on Saturday, I don't know if he's coming, but hopefully he will, because Courtney said he's going to ask him, so are you still going to get the stackable washer and dryer that you had said you were going to get us? And, you know, because he made some promises and he hasn't kept them. And so we'll see, right? If he meant business or if he was just talking out the side of his neck, as my son would say. Sometimes people do that. They talk out the side of their neck. I'm looking to see, because I'm gonna trim some of this off, and I'm thinking I want to make sure I get it in the right spot. Maybe not. Maybe just instead. Dream a little dream of me. Dream bold. What do you think? Maybe I shouldn't have put that there. I should have put that there. I can always put that on top. I don't have to. And this one kind of goes, if you, oops, don't want that one. If you never try, you'll never know. That is resonating with me today. I have a lot of things in my life that Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is put dream up here. And then I think I'm going to put bold right there. And then down here, I think I'm going to cover this one. With this one. And then I'll put the lace. Oh, you know what? We're going to put the lace, and then I'll cover it like that. Yeah. And then we're going to put that like right there. Or should I put, instead of the Paris, should I just put like a butterfly? You know? I think I will see how that looks. Yeah, so let's see. Lots of caught up info this week. Yeah. So tomorrow I have to have the house straightened up for the showing. Courtney's so funny. He's like, we are not going to bend over backwards and clean this house. Because I'm like, oh great, now I have to, I have to do all this stuff. And he's like, no, you're not. We're going to straighten up, because we live, my house is lived in but neat. You know what I'm saying? We're not messy. And so it's not going to be a big deal. I can vacuum, sweep in the kitchen and mop a little bit, and it's pretty good. So, but yeah, he's like, we're not going to do a bunch of stuff. No, this is all, it's kind of like they bite off more than they can chew. We had the last owner do this as well, and we were the ones who were suffering, because we're the tenants. So it's impacting us, but they're making these decisions that are kind of like, okay, I mean, you, and then this one, I mean, he just came in and literally bought the place, painted an ugly thing on the front of the house, and then said, "Oh, my partner said never mind, we were going to sell it." But Tor, changed everything, and then it hasn't done what he said he was going to do. So we're both just kind of like, all right, dude, seriously, you need to do something that you said you were going to do. Yeah. So it's funny. All right. It's not really funny. It's aggravating, to be perfectly honest, but I'm trying to be nice about it. And if you don't know this story, everybody who watches all the time knows we had somebody buy the house that we live in, and it's a duplex, and they came in and decided they were going to do all this work. They started the work, and then about 2 weeks ago, so for about 2 months, they were doing all these different things and telling me they were going to take away a room from me, and I'm just quickly filling everybody that doesn't know in, you guys. And then 2 weeks ago, he texts me and says, our partners, we had a meeting and we're not going to keep the house we're selling. And so he came in, he made all these changes, did all this stuff, and then, it was like, never mind, and left everything half undone. So that's the reason it's aggravating, you guys. So everything's kind of like in the air, not finished, and me and Courtney are over here going, okay, you need to finish what you started, please, because you impacted our home. So, okay, so there's that one, you guys, and as you can see, they're big. They fit. Let me see. I actually have a few of my finished things over here. Let me see if I can find just a regular, I don't know, journal card. This is a big journal card, and there you go. Fits in there. So just depends on what size your cards are and your pocket is, but as you can see, very cute. So there is that one, and that's gonna be it for today, I do believe. And let me distress that. I should finish. And now I'm going to use the darker to distress this because it's a dark brown paper. Okay, so grab my walnut stain. I love grungy looking, vintagey, darker the better for me, I guess. I'm even going to put it down on the lace here on the sides. So there we go. Ready to go inside of a journal. I hope you guys like it. I like what it says, dream bold. If you never try, you will never know. So let that be our message today. Go out there and dream bold. The Lord wants to bless you, and He wants to make all good things come your way. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being with me today. If you found value in this video, please hit a thumbs up. Pushes it out there, and if you can, leave me a little comment or a heart or something to let me know you were there, and also to push it out into the algorithm. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, it's Creative Cuties. This is your personal invite. And also, if you're not a member of our Tara's Take family, please hit subscribe and become a member of our family. We'd love to have you. I bless you, and I pray the Lord keeps you in all things, and you have a wonderful Sunday. I'll see you, or not Sunday, Monday, it's Tuesday. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I'm so confused right now. I'm on Friday. Anyway, I love you guys. God bless you. Bye.